All right, homies. I get a lot of questions from some mostly parents asking for their kids at work. Hey, how'd you get into vet school? My son, my daughter wants to be a vet. What are some things they can do to help them accomplish that goal? And so I'm gonna make a little video about what helped me get into vet school and what I know helps a couple of my friends get into vet school, and hopefully it helps you or your kids out. One of the big things is to start out early. So younger years, especially in high school, get a lot of experience around a vet clinic. Make sure it's something you want to do. The shadowing hours are really important on a lot of vet school applications. They weigh that pretty heavily on the application during the application process. So one, maybe you could get a part-time job, or at least you could shadow at a vet clinic as often as you can. What I look at it is it's cheap insurance for your future to find out if it's something that you actually like or not. Maybe you watch a dog get euthanized, or a dog that comes in and passes away. Maybe it's not for you. That would be sad if you got all the way into vet school when you realized that, when you could change your career path earlier. When you're doing that shadowing, ask a lot of questions. See what the vet likes about his job, see what they don't like about their job, and figure out a lot of the medical terms that they use so that you're familiar with them. Look at all that kind of stuff and decide, okay, yeah, this is something I want to get into. The other big thing is grades. Work on keeping your grades up. I had good grades in high school, and in undergrad I had good grades. I struggled in some of the regular ones that are tough, like organic chemistry and some of those ones, but I didn't fail anything, didn't get any D's, and I kept my GPA pretty high, so that helped out a lot getting in too. Another big part of the application process is the interview. And when they're doing that interview, they like to talk about things besides just vet knowledge. And so having a well-rounded background, looking at service opportunities you've done, leadership opportunities you've done, all of those played a big role in me getting in. It helped that my dad was a vet. I graduated from that same university, but I think my 2 years worth of missionary service and leading in the community, doing lots of community outreach and trying to volunteer anywhere I could with scouts and with church groups, that helped out a lot when I was doing my interview. Another random part that kind of helped me out was that I had bought my first home right before vet school, and me and my wife rented out a couple of the rooms to help us save money on our mortgage, and they were impressed that we went out and did something like that. It was kind of a bold strategy for people that didn't have a lot of money, but it worked out well for us, and they were impressed that we were able to get the financing and go out on a limb and purchase a home that would help us actually save money during school, because we would get that money back when we sold the home. So they were pretty impressed by that, which was cool. I think the big thing they're looking for something unique about you in a good way, that helps you kind of set you apart from everybody else when they're looking at the applicants. Realistically, I mean, kind of looking at the University of Missouri's vet school program, the College of Veterinary Medicine, they get somewhere around 1,300 applicants. At least when I was applying, that's what the number was, and they had 120 spots. So you had a small chance of getting in, and it was kind of tough. But the cool thing is there's still a chance, and they have a couple other programs like the Vet Scholars and these other programs where if you get in ahead of time and keep your grades up, you have a guaranteed spot, which is sweet. I didn't qualify for those because of the way I got into my undergrad, but at the same time, I was still able to get in, which is a huge blessing for me. One last thing is that you don't have to get a 4-year degree in order to get into vet school. I had a lot of friends that were 5-6 years into school and into debt before they got into vet school. I applied after 2.25 years pretty much, where I basically just did the electives and the required courses to apply to vet school, and didn't end up getting my bachelor's degree all the way because I applied early and got in, and that saved me about 2 years of tuition, which at a lot of state universities, that's $20,000 30, 40, 50 grand worth of student loan debt that I got to avoid. And it got me in the workforce faster. And do I feel any regret over that? Heck no. I'm happy as could be that I'm out here working, because right now I would just be finishing up vet school here in the next couple months if I hadn't applied early and got in. And instead, I've been working for almost 2 years as a vet and making money, paying back my student loans, and enjoying every second of it. Well, guys, I hope that answers some of your questions and gets you guys on the road to being a successful veterinarian. If you have any questions, hit me up on here, leave a comment in the comment section, or shoot me an email or text or anything. I don't mind helping everybody out. If your kids are looking for shadowing opportunities, we do a ton of that. So just hit us up at Alpha Vet Clinic, and we will get them set up with the time and everything. But remember, shadowing hours are huge, grades are huge, life experiences and service are huge. If you do those three things and you wow them with the amount of time you put into and the thought you put into being a veterinarian, then most schools, they're going to try to get you in as best they can, okay? Thanks, guys. If you have any questions, hit us up.